Everyone's parents have always had this insatiable, fully devoted, and 100% unbreakable faith in the power of education. I think there are very few people whose parents actually sat there and didn't think that a degree would solve all of our problems as their children. And for us kids and young adults who are sold this idea that a degree is absolutely everything and the only thing you need, it's very difficult how we believe that dream, work so hard to get to that point, only to find out the more shocking and much more heartbreaking reality of the situation. Again, the idea behind getting a good degree was simple. It's going to allow you to get a really good job that'll allow you to pull your family out of poverty, allow you to buy all the Ola ice cream you can possibly imagine. And if you work hard enough, maybe in a couple of years, maybe when you turn 30 or at the very latest 35, you might be able to get your very own car that every single person in your family is going to dance around. A lot of different companies started asking, I see you have these qualifications and I see you just recently graduated, but what kind of experience do you have to offer? And that question has stumped every single person that I've come across, including me, because what do you mean you're asking for experience? I just graduated. Since when is my degree not enough? Before we get started on this video, I just want to say, please stick around till the end of the video. I've got one extra reason why your degree is alone, at least, is no longer enough in this climate. Reason one, damned if you do, damned if you don't. The most common hurdle for South African graduates is the demand for experience. Jobs exist, we're just not qualified for them. Businesses tend to require a certain level of experience before they take you in for their roles, but this tends to create a bit of a paradox that cannot really be solved. Jobs need experience, but I need a job to get the experience. So how am I supposed to get the experience without the job? And on the part of the company, I must say, it's not really that cheap to hire. Hiring people costs money because you have to train them. The recruiting process also takes money and it also requires resources. So companies try to take the shortcut by getting candidates who are as experienced as possible. That way they have to give them as little training as possible. So without internships, vocational work, or any kind of volunteer experience, a CV that only boasts a degree just seems theoretical to a recruiter. Quite honestly, I don't think we'd even have to worry about that if the degree was good enough as is. So why isn't it? Reason number two, the combos are definitely not communicating. So long as the country is continuing to go in the direction that it's headed for, it's going to make it very, very difficult for for employers to stop saying we require experience. This is because markets are continuously changing and degree programs simply can't keep up. Your markets change in months, but university curricula takes years to get updated. To be fair, South Africa produces 200 to 300,000 graduates every single year. I think another thing that I can add right now is just the fact that roles in this day and age are very, very dynamic. So for example, if you're a person who's going to work in HR, it's not enough to have a degree in HR. You need to also have experience in human psychology, being a team leader. You need to have experience in all sorts of other things that have nothing to do with your degree. The more well-rounded experiences you have, the better. But unfortunately, this goes back to that paradox of saying, how do I get well-rounded without a job? Another thing about that 200 to 300,000 number of recent graduates per year, that number on its own also creates its own problem. Reason number three, I only see my competition. This is very heartbreaking to say. I'm not saying this to demotivate anyone. I'm just trying to give people the raw reality. A lot of people who get degrees are usually the first people in their families to actually be holding a degree. That's something that you should be celebrating almost all the time. You just broke a generational curse, and big ups to you for that. Seriously. But it sucks to say this, that the fact that you have a degree, it doesn't really hold up for the job market. One of the other reasons is because there are thousands upon thousands of students who have the exact same degree that you have. So you need to have a way. You need to find a way to differentiate yourself. And this is what forces people to continue to study further. But at the end of the day, the fact that there are 300,000 new graduates per year, meaning that every single year there is 300,000 new people who want your position, that is not something that should be taken lightly. It's something that you should be thinking about in order to continue to better yourself. And again, it sucks because your family went through hell and back to get you the degree. Still be proud of it, but recognize the fact that you're playing in a completely different game, a game that your degree did not prep you well enough for on its own. Unemployment is a really painful thing. I've went through it and it hurts to sit at home and do nothing after getting a degree. It hurts like hell. And a lot of families have sacrificed so much just to get their children to get a degree. And for them to see their kids work hard to get their degrees only to come back home and sit down and watch that degree collect dust, that is not an easy thing to see for any parent. I won't lie to you, getting a job is 10, 20, even 100 times harder without a degree. For sure. But be that as it may, there are people with degrees out there who don't have jobs and have been unemployed for years. I wanted to create this video just to help people understand what exactly is it that's going on. I'll be fair with you, there are a lot of different factors I didn't get to touch on, like the economy, for example. But there is one fact that I also didn't get to touch on that I really do. I am completely aware of the fact that outside of all the factors that I've spoken about in this video, the it's who you know one is definitely still there. Nepotism is absolutely still a thing. And people don't hire you because you're the most qualified. And some of the time, people hire you because they like you. People hire you because you make them laugh. People hire you because they feel good around you. This is why it's important to really get your social skills up. I'm talking to myself as I'm saying that. We do not live in a meritocracy, meaning we do not live in a society where hard work is absolutely and always rewarded with bigger and bigger rewards. It doesn't really work that way. The world's a lot more complicated than that, and the it's who you know part really does play a role. So as you're going out there job searching, try to make as many connections as possible. Talk to everyone, even talk to the damn cleaners, and you never know who the people you know might also know. That's the secret to that. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it brought a little bit more clarity with regards to the unemployment. So with regards to unemployment and your degree. Recognize the fact that it's not enough. You can beef it up. Never stop doing that.